Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2, Eastern Roman Empire. And the first thing we're going to do is take a look. We'll click on this province. I don't know if that really matters or not, and check out to see what sort of researches we're researching. It looks like we got some gears turning on a few things, mainly just construction in the economic tech tree, unfortunately. We got some customs going on, some military. So let's see what we can't do about getting some sort of technology going on here. Now, well, study technology, that's going to be useless. We've got our ecumenical patriarch doing his little conversion thingy, so we can't get the cultural tech. But we could go with military and economic, which might not be a bad idea. I don't know. Economics probably not going to be coming along that quickly. But military, it looks like we got, what, 3 out of 6? So, yeah, let's go and do some of that, shall we? Good idea. Yeah, we'll go ahead and research economic tech there. Oh, let's make sure we click on the land and not on an advisor there. Perfect. We're all set. We're all set. All right. And, while we're here, let's take a look. We've got truces with the Shahdam, or the Seljuk Shahdam, with the Pechengs here, and Mesopotamia. So our options for expansion right now, pretty limited, especially considering we're still sucking up to Egypt, which is going swimmingly, I might add. And they should be more in favor of us making the territorial expansions that we want to do. So that's a good thing. We've got Georgia, though, and so we've got a lot of claims. We've got a lot of claims on Georgia. Unfortunately, it looks like they're all just for the single counties. We've got no dukedom claimants or anything like that, and no real land to give them if we wanted to. Sort of use the old invite a claimant to our kingdom, who 2 of them would obviously come along for shits and giggles, and we could give them land and then press their claim. Which would be pretty handy, I've got to say. But, how can these guys not have had children yet? Like, what's your deal? Humble, honest, gregarious, arbitrary, craven, and content. You should be making babies. Because this is not looking good. And I'm not sure who would inherit for him. Looks like his brother? No, some relation would. So that's concerning. I'd like some babies to be popping out there. Where else could we go for some expansion? I guess we could go here against Cumania and take Crimea and I don't know, Lower Napier. Something going on here. They're not really all that rich. And well, I mean, I suppose Crimea would be a good thing to take. It would be relatively helpful, I guess. Although, if we go that far, then it's I mean, it already is pretty tempting to try and link these 2 places up. So, I don't know. We'll see. It looks like we got a Cuman revolt here, too. So, we could go for something like Azov or Kuban here. Just try to get ourselves further into the sphere of the Kingdom of Georgia. Because we don't have a lot of money. There's not much we can really do. We could always, of course, break a truce. And I guess we could do that with Mesopotamia, because I believe that wouldn't cost too much in the way of prestige. Let's find out. Declare war, holy war for Jaziria. So 4,000 prestige. We've got 88. So it would knock our prestige in half. Now, -5 diplomacy for 5 years. The only real negative impact that would have really is on Egypt. And I don't think we necessarily need to worry too much about, just a -5 malice to diplomacy with Egypt. And it would be good. It would be very good to get the last little bits of land. I realize we quite literally just finish this war, though. But man, that is tempting. What's our military like? Yeah, we could raise enough troops, obviously, to take on that chunk of Mesopotamia. And then we would be linking everything up. We'd have little pockets of the Seljuks around, but nothing all that concerning. And really, Zenobias here, he's going to be dying soon-ish. He's already 54. He does not have the love of a good woman. I think that that's kind of unnecessary, considering all the kids we got, although we do only have one male heir. But I think Ducas here will turn out all right. He is being educated by Grey Eminence, so those things are good. I guess we've only got 30 days left with the truce against the Pechengs. So we could just take Tirgovisti here and just, you know, let's do that, shall we? A nice easy war for a change. Well, not really like any of these wars have been all that difficult, but I think we'd be able to win this just with my retinue. Well, that's good. Gillen. Excellent. Should be over here somewhere, I would think. Yes. All right. Let's go take a look at our religious view, and we're going to need some over there, some over here. And we can't move them until November, so job well done in Gillen, but man, you still have a lot of time left. It looks like Mesopotamia is facing a revolt after they revolted from the Seljuks, so there's quite a lot of unrest going on. Well, here we go. I'm not married, so let's make a move. It's good to be the Basilios. So I would imagine, yeah, we're in love. So you know what? I'm the king. Arrange marriage with me. Boom. People respect wealth. So we got back 3/4 of the prestige we lost there, but hey, now we're rolling pretty footloose and fancy free. I hope they know that song that I always mention. We're losing just a little bit. I would imagine that's because of restocking the retinue as it were. Whatever phrase you want to use there, feel free and go ahead. Sweetly, gently, we molded our bodies together and recreated the familiar feel of us embracing, touching, loving. Sweet love unfroze this old heart. Great, so that's good. We got a 20% chance that we'll die. But hey, we're not going to die. My wife is pregnant. Perfect. So this is good. At least whatever kid pops out will be a legitimate kid. And, you know, that's always good to do. And yes, it might be a bit rash marrying the first girl who I've fallen head over heels for, but screw it. I've had plenty of wives. Might as well get one that I actually love. In my old age, she can, you know, take care of me and wipe the spittle from my chin. I guess it would be stuck in the beard. Regardless, it's getting a bit too gross and personal. I guess we could just keep moving these guys up into position and then just take that land. I'm not sure for who. Which one of you two would make the better do? Really? You guys have, like, identical skills. Well, not really identical military traits. You'll be the better do, so we'll give it to Count Mikhail of Turnu here, provided he's got a claim on it. He might not. Does this guy? Weak claim on... Oh, no, Turnu. So, I guess we'd be going to war over someone else. Let's see. No, we have to go to your liege. Must have a valid causae belli. So we don't have any real way to take this land. That is a little annoying. No claimants. What about just for the county? Nobody wants to move. Well, that's fine. We've got no way to land anybody. So, what I'm going to do is fabricate a claim. We can probably make do with leaving the diplomacy on the Myrmidons for a bit. They do like us. So, again, the only thing that's blocking relations between us is Infidel. And we've more than made up for that with improving relations. So we should be golden. One would hope, anyway. Bevlina, sure, why not? That sounds like a great name. So, yay, we got another daughter. That's wonderful. And we got the prince coming along. I really need that diplomacy to get higher. What else? To answer the question, Orko, about whether I'm going to be putting my very useful Scalarioses back to collecting taxes, the answer is no. Obviously, I set them to research tech instead. I don't like the thought of them dying just because I want more money. That's pretty greedy. At age 36, Duke Simon of Sicily died in the dungeons of Queen Gohilda of Sicily. So my son-in-law is dead, which means, I guess my daughter is just going to be the Dew Regent, the Dew Mother. I don't know. She's just going to be kicking around in the court of the Duchy of Sicily. So good for her. That's handy. I do wonder if we could go and say just like, hey, would you... No, we can't. We'd have to split him off of his current vassalage to get him to become a vassal of mine. And again, like I say, I don't know necessarily if moving into southern Italy is the best course of action. What are you doing? Kill somebody and your plot. Get some money. Ooh, 46 gold. That's a decent return on a prisoner. I'm okay with that. And is there anything we can build? Thank you for the money. Other than the castle shipyard, we could save up for a keep, which is probably a good idea. Although I think I was improving the grounds around. But that can wait. Getting a keep in Constantinople is going to be pretty important. The levy and garrison size increasing by 20% is going to be pretty darn handy. And with my retinue, basically, it's possible to just have a good, strong personal army without needing to raise my vassals, which is important. So, you know, you got to keep them happy. Apparently, the way I hand out titles is going to cause some craziness to happen. I'm excited to see it. Personally, I can't wait. It will hopefully make things interesting the stronger we get. One of the things I haven't really experienced in this game, but I am kind of looking forward to getting to know, is the civil wars that can pop up. Apparently, somewhere along the way, from vanilla CK2 to whatever we got now, bearing in mind I still don't have Rajas of India, there should be a chance for civil war. Now, I don't know if, let's say, there was a civil war and then right away we transferred it to EU4, if there would be two Byzantine empires or whatever. That might be something interesting to take a look at. We'll see if the timing all magically works out there. But, yeah, time will tell. A large merchant caravan from distant lands has arrived at the gates of your stronghold. Their leader, a jovial man of massive girth, pleads with you in a strange accent to grant them shelter from the elements for the night. Very well, come on in. As evening falls, the fat merchant sits by the fire and regales you and the rest of the court with stories of his travels. His appetite seems insatiable, but as you do not wish to prove a poor host, you order your servants to bring in a second serving. Tell me more of this mythical realm of Hindustan. Well, it's right over here. So, who knows? Maybe we'll see it ourselves. Time will tell. Dawn breaks and the caravan prepares to move on. The merchant insists on leaving you a gift as thanks for your great hospitality. He shouts a terse command in a foreign language, and a young man comes forward. This eunuch will serve you well, the merchant says. His loyalty to you, his new master, shall be beyond reproach. That is very kind. I accept him. And let's go take a look. I believe his name was Abu Bakr, who's, if I'm honest, not all that great. Some good traits, mind you, but, you know, he's probably not going to be used for much. I'm happy with my life. Or I am happy with my place in life. I can't think of anything I would rather do than just take care of myself and my friends. So my friend apparently appreciates this. I am content. Things are great. I have feared for Count Christophorus' sanity. He has not been himself lately. To help erase his problems, I made him join me in the garden to relax and just talk about whatever he needed to talk about. He feels less stressed. Look at me being a good emperor type, making sure people feel okay, and yeah, all those lands we can't really go to war over right now. I guess we could, but you know, we're just gonna leave it. We got truces to expire. 1131 and 1134, so we still have many years. And I'd like this to hurry up and get, you know, made. It really shouldn't be that difficult. My Basilius, word has reached me that your ecclesiarch has accused me of heresy. Well, I'm sure he's not a heretic. He's a bishop after all, so... But that does remind me, we do need to continue with the conversion. So we'll go into Kurdistan there and start spreading the word of the Orthodox faith. What is a body anyway? It's a Sunni heresy. Okay. And we could probably get away with going up to speed 4 here. I've been sort of relaxing, wasting a bit of time. Granted, there's not much that's going on, so... Mayor Echaboas sends word that several members of the Varangian Guard run amok in his quarters of Constantinople yesterday. In their drunken stupor, the Norsemen set fire to an inn, killed 3 guards, and physically abused 5 local merchants and 2 priests. People are crying out for justice. Well, we will make an example of them. They may be my trained, you know, I don't know, pit bulls on a leash, if you want to use an analogy like that, but they should still treat my people like people. I treat my people like people, damn it. My army can too. Any good? Nope, just kingdom titles. Don't want to create those. That'll just cause issues. And I think we're still stuck with the minimum crown authority, aren't we? Yeah, we really need Ducas here to be able to take the reins of the empire in like 6 years, at least. The more time, obviously, the better. We can give him some land and he'll get himself a little bit of prestige from ruling and having everything like that going on, so... One of the eunuchs at the imperial court has distinguished himself and caught the attention of your advisors. Though they are usually jealous of the jealous kind and loath to admit redeeming qualities in others, even they cannot deny the promise of this young man. Very well, bring him forward. Well, the eunuch is brought to you immediately. Oh, read too quickly there. The eunuch is brought, and you can immediately tell there is a keen intelligence behind the young man's eyes. His loyalty to you is without question, and here is a man who cannot be seduced by the wiles of women or turned against you by dynastic ties. Despite his few years, he has already won renown for his skill at intrigue. Interesting. How skillful at intrigue? Pretty damn skillful. And since we already don't have a landed Mysticos as it is, having a very loyal eunuch who is really good at this kind of thing might not be a bad idea. So let's go ahead and get him scheming in the capital. Keep it up, my friend. You'll go places. Oh, what do we got? Betrothed can marry. So my daughter with the Holy Roman Emperor. Let's do it. Excellent. So good old Heinrich here, my son-in-law, married to my imperial daughter. And now, with Castile and the Holy Roman Emperor, or the Holy Roman Empire, you know, if we can convince people to come in on our side in a war, we shouldn't have any problems. Not that we really need the help with the Seljuks, but the Muradids, we're probably going to need help with them, so keeping that in mind, we're set and ready. Man, that keep is expensive. It's going to be worth it, though. It's going to be worth it. I'm starting to think Martha might fancy me. It's not appropriate, man. You've already got a young wife. What are you doing? Going after another one. Silly Basilius. Well, let's unpause. And come on, let's get this claim fabricated. Wonder if he will inherit that claim on Norway. My body may be sapless and infirm, but my mind is as healthy as ever. Who are you? Oh, of course. Right, so we're infirm. Wonderful. That is going to hurt things a little bit, and it does concern me because our heir is only 11. My wife is impregnant, so my wife is pregnant. Despite being infirm, I can still get the deed done. Is asking us to deal with an assassination attempt. You can have a claim on the perpetrator's titles, of course. That's Byzantine justice right there. And I really do need to figure out what I'm going to do about Georgia here. The friend of a friend is my friend. A motto I try to live by, and sometimes that is an easy truth. A friend of a friend was introduced, and I immediately felt a kind of connection with this stranger. So I hope we'll be friends. Will we? Have I got another friend? I've got a friend. Excellent. The Duchy of Colonia. So at least he's a Duke. He's depressed, so we could probably, you know, help him out a little bit with that. I don't know. Send a gift. We'll give him 20 ducats. Or gold, or whatever currency is in use for Crusader Kings 2. I don't know when I started disliking Constantinios, but it must have been when he disagreed with me about how the peasants should be treated. The more we talked, the less I liked Constantinios, and enough was enough. We would never be friends, only rivals. I don't like you. I don't like you at all, Constantinios. Well, that's probably worse for him than it is for me. Of course, this guy doesn't seem to be all that important at all, so screw it. Praise the Blessed Virgin, my fierce rival has also become a follower of the new way of Christ. No, love thy rival does not apply in this situation, so I get a free intrigue. I like it. Despite being infirm, I'm still learning. Claim on the perpetrator's titles, as is always the case. What do we got here? Against the King of England. Show me your king. So, do I want... Yeah, why not? We don't really need to go to war against England, though. And why is he attacking on behalf of a duke? Are you a part of... You're a part of the Kingdom of Castile. All right. Yeah, sure, we'll get involved. We're not going to go. Oh, my wife died in childbirth. But we got a son named Marcos, who's really not all that important. Pick an ambition. I guess get married. Well, that seems like a silly ambition to pick. We don't really need to get married. We had fun with the lady we loved, but then, you know, we killed her with our child, so... And quite honestly, considering, you know, we're 4 years away from him becoming Basilios, what was I thinking? I want to keep some marriable women for him instead of taking them all for myself. I keep thinking about Helen. She was the best of wives, and without her, I do struggle to be a Basilius. Oh, how I miss her. So we could, you know, become incapable because we went wenching. Only a 10% chance of that. Or, you know, we could gain the traits of depressed and celibate. So I think we're going to go wenching and hope we don't become incapable. And we didn't, so that's good. It also looks like we didn't... oh, let's unpause and see. No, we should be fine. And Castile should have this. England looks like it's in a bit of trouble, so they won't need our help. And by the time we sail there, it'll be over and done with anyway, so... The majority of the population in Palmyra, that was not... We went to Kurdistan, so... Palmyra, oh, okay, good. Good. Slowly but surely making the Empire Orthodox. One province at a time. Oh dear. My daughter needs a new guardian. Let's pause and we will get our ecclesiarch set up. We will educate you. No. Would have assumed there he is. Although really, might be best to go with the guy who knows the mostest. Perfect. And now we need to send our new ecclesiarch over to Kurdistan, I do believe. Yes, indeed, that is still needed. There we go. I'm trying to figure out here if these just sort of became mine. Because I remember, you know, Jazeera here being not under my control. Still. One province to take instead of 3. That's fine. We'll be able to take Mesopotamia, or that chunk of Mesopotamia anyway, without issue. What have you got? Just end your plot. I don't even know why I bother to look. It's really just more a curiosity, I guess. Wondering what my vassals are up to. Ooh, this is now Muradid. Was it always... I thought this was Seljuk. It certainly looks like the Muradids have moved up. Perhaps put an end to these Seljuk lands. Grant them a claim. Are these my men? It looks like it, yeah. So my men are at war with the Seljuks. Okay, well, go nuts, men. If you guys can take Tabaristan, good for you. I'm concerned, of course, who it goes to. If it goes to, or Danis here, it's going to be a lot of land under his control. He might be a due to watch out for in the future. We'll see, though. We still don't have a claim over here yet, do we? That's taken a long time. So much time, in fact, that our truce with the Seljuks is almost up, I do believe. Yeah, it is up. So we could go to war with the Seljuks at any time we want. So while my vassals are off going for Tabaristan, I think it might not be a bad idea to go for Edessa. Yeah, it's probably time to go to war for Edessa then. Alright. Take me to your liege. Your big liege. 20,000. Yeah, so I really don't think my vassals will be able to fight back 20,000 men. This will definitely assist them. And so... Where is your... Is this your capital? No. Where is your capital? I'm looking. That's not it, is it? No. Am I really that blind? Apparently, I am... Unless... Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's your capital. Way down there. Well, we'll be taking that land eventually as well. But, in the meantime, in between time, declare a holy war for Edessa, please. Of course, I don't have my troops in position. I've got them way up over there, which is a pain. But we can get them moved down into the proper locations. Let's go ahead and raise our troops up. get these guys marching, although I suppose I could just send my retinue to Constantinople as well, because these guys should be more than enough. To deal with whatever it is we've got to face. And then we'll just do the usual ship thingamadoop. That should be enough ships there, actually, for everybody. Yay. Even those guys up there. Merge together, get on your boats. Man, this boat thing, it's a minor little thing, but what I really like about Crusader Kings 2, and I know I say this pretty much every time I use the boats, but just clicking Embark Army shifts your control to the Navy, which I think makes total sense. Because if you're embarking an army, you're obviously going to want to be using them as an army. Oh, King Ramon of Castile died of severe stress. That is too bad. So are we still, is like the heir, my granddaughter, perfect. Ooh, hello. Can we arrange a little incestuous betrothal here? You wouldn't do it, huh? You would prefer a matrilineal marriage. Well, but the... Yeah, okay. Well, that's too bad. Because that's just not going to happen. Okay, get those guys on. Back on the boats, and we can send these guys, I don't know, down into Chaldea here. Raguia. Home of ragu sauce. Of course, I have no actual evidence that that is the case. Oh, Malta. We don't need you. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I mean, we've got more troops than the Seljuks can raise already. So I think we're sitting pretty good here. Let's go ahead and march into Edessa. We can merge these guys together and shoot. Well, that's fine. We'll go with you. Man, I really am a shitty ruler. Now, what I need to do is create a new unit. We can keep them. You select, resign, merge, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess we will go with, what do we got? Organizer. We'll put an organizer in the middle. Why not? I don't think it'll matter too much. The Castilian Ducal War for that claim is on. It looks like Castile won, so Castile got a little bit bigger in England, which is interesting. Does England own land in Castile? No, that's Brittany. And Portugal looks like it's walled off the entire western half, or the entire western coast of Iberia. So, you know, EU4, they'll be quite... Let's go ahead and split these guys up, because that's looking like quite a lot of attrition we're facing there. We got units coming in. So let's go ahead and move Nicophorus II's army over to the east. Perfect. March 25th, March 21st. Good, we'll get there in time. And we will hack them to pieces. Just like that. And it looks like we've even got ourselves a little bit... Oh, we got a couple of prisoners. I like that. And you are still headed to Mosul? Okay, well, we'll follow. That's not a concern. There we go. Oh, are you looking... Yep. And you're still at war with them. Good. Let's go ahead and we're in control of that land now, so we can go ahead, get rid of all of them, take our retinue, and send them on back over that way for whenever we get the claim on that one little land. One little land. All right, so this is... Is there anybody else kicking around in Odessa, it's just these? It is. All right. You know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. Time to find ourselves some new rulers. Let's go check out the Greek world, see what we can find. That's not going to work. This might work. So we've got the heir, who's 21. Yeah, he might not be that bad. And how old are you? 11. Patient, gregarious, arbitrary, yes. Yes. We will give you land, and we will educate you as well. Grant landed title of, I'm thinking, Antab here. County of Antab, including all lower titles. And what we are also going to do is educate child. You by, oh, no. By me. Send. There we go. One down. Let's check the islands. They don't really have a lot of room for expansion. $15. You actually might turn out to be okay. We will even give you Odessa. Why not? County of Odessa. All lower titles. And then we just have Tel Brashir left, which is in Odessa. And we will give that probably to someone who's of age. Would be a good idea. Attractive. That might not be a bad move. Maybe David here? Because if we take a look at his liege, right? Polycarpus, he's going to inherit. Hopefully his wife gets out of jail. You already own land. Yeah, you own land in Hama, so your older brother here should probably own land out there as well. Grant landed title. County of Tel Brashir. And I know I said I was going to give it to this kid, who's going to be of age relatively quickly, I believe. 29th of July, yeah. So he will be of age soon. But sometimes you just have to keep this kind of stuff in the family. But I will need to create the title first, right? So Odessa, that's the county. That's what I want. We want to usurp that title. Beautiful. And then we will give you the landed title of Duchy of Odessa, including all lower titles. Beautiful. And just like that, we got some more land. Excellent. Now we've got you, my sweet young daughter who needs an education. And I'm thinking that would probably be best. A little bit of an intrigue education, so we'll go and send her to that duke. And it looks like we've also got some of this stuff, so just end your damn plot. Who are you trying to kill anyway? Somebody I've never heard of. Yes, it was misdirected. Thank you. All right. Well, I'm liking the ever-expanding shade of purple going on here. We've just got... you're kidding me. That is going to be a pain. So that's 2 more wars for 2 counties. That is a big pain. Okay, good. We've got the claim. We're going to use it. We've got our men marching over. Mankind is unlovable. No more charity. All right, well, on that... Actually, you know what? Yeah, on that happy note, I think this is going to be a great place to leave the video for today. Ever, as always, slowly expanding and retaking the land rightfully owned. Retaking rightful Roman land is what I'm trying to say. Go ahead, save the game. That's fine. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you next time.